Not a good day to be Conor McGregor. And listen, we're going to have to kind of tiptoe around this one because there's a lot of words that YouTube doesn't like. So we'll just get started with the story. I'm sure most, if not all of you, have heard at this point. Conor McGregor must pay $250,000 to a woman who says that he did something to her that she didn't consent to in civil court. So this was not a criminal charge. He was not convicted of a criminal charge. This was in civil court, and she essentially sued him for damages of $250,000, which we'll get to the number too. But let's start with this real quick. Conor leaving court today, getting absolutely swarmed as he's walking out. And if you also notice there, that's his wife, D Devil, next to him. So tough one for her too. You know what I mean? A lot of kids. I think they have 4 kids together, and this was back in 2018, obviously, it says here. So, yeah, not a good look for not obviously not a good look for him, but I feel bad for her too. I mean, she's like the mother of his children, and you see how as soon as he's in the car too, they all just kind of fuck off. That is hilarious. But gets absolutely swarmed coming out of court. We're gonna go over the story a little bit. So, you can read this here yourself if you want. This is what they said. A woman claimed Conor McGregor blanked her in a Dublin penthouse and was awarded nearly 250,000 euros on Friday in a civil court jury in Ireland. Nikita Hand was the woman, said on December 9th, 2018. McGregor did stuff to her that she didn't consent to after a night of partying and left her heavily bruised and suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. McGregor testified that he never forced the woman to do anything against her will and says she fabricated the allegations after the two had consensual sex. His lawyer called her a gold digger. So obviously that's going to be the best defense for them. Um, oh, God, this is a tough one. So before I even give my opinion, I'll leave that until the end. I also want to say that this definitely has something to do with why McGregor has not been booked. Although now that he's found guilty, my opinion, why would you not book him before this? Get that done, get the money fight out of the way, and then this happens. Because now it's a bad look if you bring him back. You know what I mean? Um, I think it's a bad look business wise if you bring back somebody like that. Because if you guys go on Twitter and just type in Conor McGregor, every single comment is saying that he is someone that does something to a woman without her consent, very blatantly. So obviously the chronically online people on Twitter don't necessarily, or X whatever, don't necessarily represent the UFC, or like community of people that watch it, but really not a good look. So McGregor does respond, and he says, "I will be appealing today." Oh, let's zoom in more here. I will be appealing today's decision. The judge's instruction and modest award given was for blank, not for aggravated or exemplary damages. I don't know. I'm disappointed that the jury did not hear all the evidence that the DPP reviewed. I'm with my family now, focus on my future. Thank you to all my support worldwide. So, kind of a nothing statement there too. Not a great look either. He obviously is going to appeal the decision. I doubt it would be successful considering they already ruled this way. I mean, maybe if they get a different jury in there that's a little more pro his stance or his evidence. I don't know, man. I don't know. Not a good look. But one other funny thing that happened from this, Jake Paul wanted to start yapping as usual, and he says Dana hits his wife. Connor's convicted of blank, but I'm the bad guy. And Conor McGregor responds, "No, you're a little gay nerd." So at least he's got a sense of humor about it, right? Right, guys. So now like the two biggest sells of the UFC really kind of is like John Jones as the greatest ever, and then Conor McGregor as like the biggest star ever. And now McGregor has this on his record, and John Jones has the fucking rap sheet that he has. So starting to look. All right, all I'll say is it's starting to look like being a piece of shit is a good base for MMA. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, that's tough, man. Really tough. And I mean, my opinion. I don't think that all the evidence is available like it is in certain courts in America, in certain trials. Because even in certain trials here, a lot of the evidence isn't made public or whatever. But I tried to look into it. You can't really tell other than the story that she gave, which is pretty much that they were partying. McGregor and one of his friends, I forget what the guy's name was, and they ended up going back to a hotel room with her. And I mean, realistically, if you're bringing two dudes back to your hotel room, first of all, what do you expect? But But if once you get in there, you say no, and then they continue to go, obviously that's wrong. That's 100% wrong. So nobody other than those people that were in that room are truly ever going to know what happened in there. And unfortunately, the law doesn't always play out in terms of the truth. But I'm not saying that she's wrong in this situation. Personally, I could. McGregor's fucking wild, dude. You know what I mean? It's not the craziest allegation I've ever heard. But I will say he had that allegation back when he went to the Miami Heat game that larger woman claimed that he took her into the bathroom and did this and that and all this other stuff, and she was trying to get paid off too for that. That fizzled out very quickly, and this obviously isn't the same. This isn't the same situation as that, because this went to a court. This was presented evidence, all this stuff to a jury, and they decided that he was guilty. I think it said the jury was 6 women and 4 men, so it's not like it was all women. You know what I mean? And even if it's a majority, I believe they have to have a unanimous ruling for something like this. So he testified that he never forced a woman to do anything against her will. She's saying they did, but like if you're partying and then go back up to your room, I mean, you know you're what you're gonna get into. I, I don't know. I don't really know what kind of. I guess you have enough of a defense there. I just don't know what you're saying that. I don't know. It's just hearsay. I just don't understand it. But I guess the evidence was enough. It was just worth talking about it. And this definitely will finish up with this. We don't want to drag this on too long because honestly, everybody's gonna be talking about it. It's like it's a big deal, but it's like. I mean, it's fucking McGregor, dude. He's wild. And first of all, let me go back. Let me talk about this first. 250,000. If this was like an American court, they'd be asking for like $6 billion. You know what I mean? Like people do that here, but 250,000 kind of seems like low if it's legitimate. Like, did they settle on that? Is that what they were asking for? I can't imagine they were only asking for that much. And if you settled, then why would you settle if you had such good evidence in your favor? So I guess they must not have settled because it went the jury decided. I don't know if they decided the how much the payment would be, but kind of seems low, honestly, especially considering the net worth. I mean, I guess it's good they're not just totally taking everything from him. Um, like in Alex Jones, for example, the whole I don't even want to say the school, the SH issue. I mean, they got him for $1 billion, I think, which was like way more than he was ever worth. So I don't know, it just seems like a weird amount. And I'll finish up like I said with this. I definitely think this had something to do with why he hasn't been fighting. Um, we've seen him on and off partying, training, mostly partying, mostly fucking off doing stuff with his family, which is great, man. That's exactly what he should be doing. But at this point, man, we need to close the book on this. We need to stop talking about him coming back. If this is what's gonna happen, like either just do it now in the face of all this and just say now that that's over, let's fucking go, or just let's close the book, man. Let's stop hearing about it because we don't need this looming thing like, oh, when is he going to fight? Dana just said at the last pay-per-view last weekend that Conor's going to fight late 2025. Certainly he had to know about this pending and having this jury trial probably finishing up today or this week. He had to have known that. So maybe that played into the decision. Maybe he's still on roids. Maybe he's still sniffing. Maybe it's alcohol. Maybe it's all of it. Who knows at this point? Honestly, I'm getting pretty tired of it. The sport has moved on, really. The sport has moved on, and then people just have to constantly be reminded about McGregor, which I get it, man. Like I get entertained by him too, but if and also in this trial, he admitted that he was sniffing. So if you're doing that in your free time and then you're doing this, like I just kind of want you to fuck off. Just like I want John Jones to fuck off for doing the same shit, man. Just get out of the sport, honestly. Um, McGregor's time has come and gone. He's never gonna be the double champ, fucking 145 prime McGregor again. It's just never gonna be the same. And at this point, it would almost just kind of be sad. Uh, he made Chandler wait for fucking 2 years, and now he's still gonna fight at the end of next year, maybe. That doesn't sound very convincing to me. Dana said that they're saying the end of next year because that's when it all works out and lines up. I just think it's bullshit, man. I'm kind of over it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm kind of over it at this point. Um, he's funny sometimes, but like if this is what you're doing in your free time, I get this was 6 years ago, but that was also while he was still fighting. So I don't know. I'm not for any of the fucking degeneracy. It's McGregor's at least entertaining sometimes, whereas Jones is just a piece of shit and just claims Jesus about it. But anyway, enough yapping. I'll be back with some more UFC content. Not doing predictions because it's fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Everybody does predictions. Who cares? And the card's on at fucking 3 a.m., dude. I'm not waiting up for that shit. You know what I mean? Fuck off. You know. Anyway, like the video if you like the video, subscribe. I'll be back with more. Peace.